Okay, start again.
Start again, and can you speak up a bit?
Oh, okay. Hello, I'm Delma Thompson from the Australian Missionary News, and I have here with me my friend Sue Miller, which we've known for a number of years from Maruya, but they're now in Canberra. So, Sue, why is Jesus important to you?
I find that he becomes the very centre of my life, that it doesn't matter what I'm going through, good or bad, he's my anchor and he's my reference point at all times. And I find he's a peace that I have no matter what. He's such a wonderful, wonderful person that I know his great love for me. I don't need to worry about finding acceptance in anyone else because I know I'm already accepted in his love.
That's good, that's good. Now, what do you see as the strengths in your Christian life?
I truly do believe that I am a person of great love, which is really unusual because as a young person I was very selfish. But in my Christian walk, in my journeying, the Lord has truly brought me to a place of being able to love and accept all people. Yes. I truly believe that's my greatest strength, in accepting everyone where they are.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. Now, how important is it for young people to come to faith in Jesus?
Extremely important, mainly because if we can live our life without regrets, it's just the most liberating thing we can ever do. For me, myself, I didn't become a Christian until I was 30, even though I knew about God, I didn't know God, and the Jesus factor was so missing from my life. And I have done many, many things in my life which I regret, many regrets. I know I'm forgiven, I know I'm a new creation in Christ Jesus, and today I have an opportunity to live like I never have before. But for young people, to get off on the right footing is just so important.
Yes, marvellous, marvellous, yeah. Now, what might be the role of, for you as a grandparent, of faith for your grandchildren?
The great reserve of love that we have for our children compels us to pray for them at all times. I have 2 children. I have a son who has 2 little children. Now my son talks about God, prays to God, has God answer his prayers, yet he's not a part of a family in the church as yet. So for me, I pray for my grandchildren constantly that God is going to lead them to good friendships in their journeys through life. They're only young children in primary school, but so important to pray for them. My daughter, of course, is well grounded in the church. She and her husband have ministry giftings and opportunities to minister. So for their little child, she's just such a delight for me, and I just find I'm praying constantly for my 3 grandchildren. And in regard to both my son and my daughter, from such a little age for both of them, I prayed for their wives. So here I am as a grandma praying for my grandchildren's partners in the future.
Yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, what in your view are the keys to developing a congregation?
Well, my husband and I have actually been foundational in commencing 2 church works. One was on the south coast in Maruya, south coast of New South Wales, and we find ourselves now here in Canberra, just having started a new work this year. I truly believe that in our own strength we can't do anything that is great really or lasting because we would burn out. But in God, in Christ, knowing that it's the Lord who builds his house, it's the Lord who builds his church. My responsibility, I believe, is to love the people, to teach them for themselves how to seek the Lord, not to look to people, certainly not to look to religious, so-called religious leaders, but to find the Lord for themselves and to seek his direction. And as a minister, or I am actually a senior minister in our church, to be able to love the people and then have an opportunity to mentor and be a great influence and a great example is so important.
Yes. Well, thank you, Sue. Thank you for that words that you've spoken for the interview.
Thank
And
you,
this
Delma.
is Delma Tronson signing off for the Australian Missionary News.